I recently updated to AT&T Fiber from Xfinity Comcast Speed Boost Plus performance plan because they jacked up my bill. Let's go ahead and see how I went from this speed all the way to this speed and my experience with fiber so far. So my 1 year contract ended with Comcast, and as you know, they raise your rates back up. I did get hooked up on my initial plan. If you're looking at my bill here, you can see I got 2 different discounts. I really got hooked up. I am paying $50 for unlimited data because I do upload a lot, make videos, things like that, and you only get 1,000 gigabytes to start, and then you get 2 free month periods where if you do go over the 1,000, there's like a grace period, but then they start charging you. So it is cheaper for me to pay the $50 a month. And then this is what my bill turned into. So then I started looking at alternatives to Comcast because I just, I hate having to renegotiate at the end of every single year. Next, let's talk about fiber, what package I got, what deal I got, and why I went with it. So as far as AT&T, they are giving away a $100 AT&T Visa reward card right now. And then I got this one right here, the Internet 1000 for $90. If you set up auto pay, you save an extra $5 a month. It is completely free installation. That was awesome. And then they give you free equipment as well. They give you you get 2 devices. You get one device that takes the fiber cable and turns it into a signal, and then you have the gateway itself. The gateway does have Wi-Fi and 4 additional ports on it, so it is a router / gateway modem, so it can do all that for you. As far as the Wi-Fi gateway, you might be wondering, like, what's the performance like? Well, I have an AC 2300 Linksys router with 3 large antennas, and I'd say it's about a 10% performance increase over this gateway that they included. So it's actually decent. Now, obviously, if you go to like a $200 router, something like that, or like a huge antenna router, you might be able to get better Wi-Fi. But just know that. And then there's a star there. Speed time examples are estimates based on wired connection to gateway. Actual customer speeds may vary and are not guaranteed. Up to 940 megabytes. And as you saw, I'm not actually getting that. But the other thing that was such a big seller on here is that no additional charge, unlimited data allowance. You'll notice here that you only get 1 terabyte of data, and then it's $10 every 50 gigabytes after that, up to $100 a month. So you can really rack up the fees on this one, the Internet 300. Same with the 50. So this was just a super made total sense to go this route. All right, so if you look in the lower right-hand corner, you'll see whether it's wired or Wi-Fi and whether we're doing Comcast or AT&T Fiber. Now, AT&T Fiber, I haven't showed you in the video yet. Oh, yeah, I did. I showed you. I'm getting a 1,000 megabyte, or they call it, 1,000 byte plan. And then if you read the fine print, it says like 940. You'll notice I'm not getting anywhere close to that on the download, but I'm still getting faster than I was with Comcast. The other thing to note about fiber, we're just going to talk about, because this is a lot of tests, so look at the tests as you like. But you can see, my fastest speed on Comcast, and I, ran speed tests all the time because as some of you who have Comcast know that they go down sometimes, or like sometimes it's slower when your neighbors are on. Sometimes it's super fast in the morning, like 5 a.m. when nobody else is on. But the fastest I ever got with Comcast with that speed boost is like 300 down. That's like incredibly fast. But I would say on average it was kind of getting around 200, 250. So that I was good with the speed when it was working. But here's just the latest test right before I turned it off. But you can see with the upload speed, upload on a cable is not good. Not good at all, especially once you see fiber. Now, here's my Wi-Fi, and you can see, you still get really good speeds on Wi-Fi even with cable. That's not an issue. And so with these tests, though, do know I'm using the same computer, the same router. The only thing that changed is the internet service. And, Comcast, I bought a DOCSIS 3 router or modem from Amazon. It's not a bottleneck, I can guarantee you that. And then with the fiber, they gave me a gateway, and I'm wired directly into their gateway. I'm not wired into my router, so there's no in-betweens, just the gateway to my computer wired connection here. And as you see, the download's actually not that much faster. If you go back to the beginning of the video though, I took a screenshot of one I did after this. So it kind of varies from 300 to, I've gotten a slightly like 412 down, but 412 down is the fastest down. And if you saw that upload though, the upload is ridiculous. Like I've seen 800, 900 megabyte upload. So when you compare that to Comcast, that is a 900 times speed increase. Like it's ridiculous. So it's probably going to take me more time to process a YouTube video than it is to actually upload it, for YouTube to process it on their side. So I'm excited about that. Same with like uploading files to Dropbox, things like that. That's really cool. The other thing that I mentioned earlier that I'm really excited about is that the unlimited data is built into this high-end package, and I think that's really great. The other thing is I am getting a $5 a month off because I did auto pay. So really it's about $85 a month. And let's talk about equipment for a second, because with Comcast, they either make you rent their equipment or you have to get your own equipment, both a router and a modem, or you got to buy a gateway that has both installed. So either way, that's about somewhere between $50 and $300 investment you have to make with Comcast that you don't have to make with AT&T. Installation's usually free for both of them. And then as you see, I'm paying less per month than I was getting even before they jacked up my bill. You can see my latency is better, my upload speeds are light years ahead, and my download speeds have increased, although that would be my gripe, is that they're not anywhere close to 900 as they say in their ad. The installation, they do have to run a fiber optic cable, which most homes do not have. So they have to go from, first you have to see if it's available in your area, and then they have to run an extra wire into your house. So they will have to drill into your house at some point to run a wire through. Typically, they're going to go through the same holes that your telephone wires have been going through, because DSL uses your old telephone wires, Comcast uses the cable, and then this fiber has its own special cable. Now, the installation guy was super friendly, super helpful. He routed my cable really well. He mounted it with little studs, little mounting screws along my drywall in my garage, so it's all nice and tidy. No one's going to touch it. But do note that the cable is actually made out of glass. There's some glass in there. So like if you were to manhandle a cable or you accidentally, any kind of force on it, you could potentially break the cable. Now, I'm sure they just got to send out a new repair guy to fix it, but just keep that in mind that, that could potentially happen. So with all that said, that's what I think. Let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.